Hello and welcome back. In this lecture, we're going to learn about how to use the Power BI or how to set up actually Intune data warehouse for the Power BI setup. So in this lecture, we're gonna use the default options which are available from the Microsoft as a free of cost for the data warehousing, dedicated dashboard reports which are available over the internet. We can use that, and also if you're the Power BI administrator or Power BI user and you know how to use that specific tool, you can I would be showing in this video how to connect to the Microsoft Intune data warehousing so that you can easily connect it to Microsoft Intune, and then you can customize based on your own requirement, or you can design your own Power BI specific reports. Let's begin with that. Before going further, you can check out here in the right side. You do have here set up our Power BI specific to data warehouse. So just go to that link if you're trying to set up with a third party, or you can download the Power BI application as a desktop application. And if you can download that desktop application, it's going to install on your machine. In fact, you need to have the license. In our case, we are trying with the trial license, which in fact it's already expired, and I'm going to extend it later point with the licensing point of view. And I'm just going back to the Power BI specific data warehousing benefits, and these are the benefits which are already available by setting up this. And if I just go to the AD specific one, I have here the two important points here. One would be the install Power BI, other one would be the loading the data and the reports from the Power BI. So the first step would be in this demo to install the Power BI. Later point, we would be exploring how to add that Power BI connector, which is actually coming from the second step, which is load the data and reports using Power BI Intune Compliance Data Warehousing app. So let's begin with that. The first one would be the installing. As I said, the first will just install that specific application, and you have here options to install on your desktop as well as on your mobile phone. So we are actually trying to install on desktop. That's what we're trying to do now. Looks like it hung, or it's not working properly for me. I may have to retry once more. Yeah, so advanced options, I'm just choosing the advanced option so that it directly takes to the Microsoft site. Here I can choose a 64-bit one and just take the checkbox, install. Somehow that short link was not working, so I'm using the advanced option. And once it is downloaded, I can start the installation process. It's a very straightforward installation. For installing, it doesn't require any kind of license. It's not going to ask, but once you sign up, because this is almost very similar to your Office 365 way it's going to work. So you need to have the subscription in the Power BI specific. If you are if you want to check out your licensing, you can go to always the Microsoft site for the Office portal, and then you can check out there in the admin console. Let it download for a minute. I'll just have to wait. Yeah, it's downloaded. Now I'm just starting the installation. Click on start, so that would actually prompt for me UAC. And once I click on OK, it's gonna begin the installation. Now it's just installing, and I can straightforward go for the installation. This is very quite similar of any of the normal installation. There is not a custom configuration which you can do it here, or it's not a complex one. It's a straightforward. This will be a fast forwarded section which I'm gonna finish the setup and click on finish. Now I just open the application, and here I need to sign up, and then I need to if I try to search here, I don't get it as anything as the Microsoft Intune data warehousing specific. It actually shows you with this information like get data. So here the second step connector should be available, which is not available by default because it's still in a preview and it's not part of anywhere here. So as a next step, I'm going to actually install that specific second step, and then this should be automatically available once I sign up. But let's go to the Microsoft site and get that connected. So I'm going back to the second site, and this is where when I click on that second link, it actually asking me to get connected. So I'm just closing all the Power BI desktop one. I'm gonna try now over the internet. That means Power BI also works over the browser. So I'm gonna show you in the first step as the Power BI purely online. So once you have started this, it's gonna ask you to sign in. So I'm gonna sign on with this. It's gonna ask me to log in with my tenant ID. You need to provide exact tenant ID. You can't provide some other tenant ID. So once you start giving this information, for example, in my case, PaddyMaddy 990 on Microsoft.com, I'm just accepting all these terms and conditions, and followed by it's gonna ask me to do you want to send it invitation to you someone else. No, I don't need, and then I'm just skipping. Post to that, it actually loads that. It actually logs to the Power BI online version of instead of the desktop version. We just logged into the uh, online version. Now you have an option to install within your Power BI. No, I since my case, it's actually I need to upgrade my trial because it's got extended in the as I said earlier. So trial got extended now. So this trial got extended for the another 60 days more. Now I'm going to since because I have not used, so I can extend. Now it's going to ask me to install. Do you want to the Power BI specific Intune one app? Yes, it's like online. It's going to install over the within your tenant. It's going to install that Intune Power BI specific app. Once this app gets installed in the app section, that is this section, you are gonna see on the screen like this: Microsoft Intune data, compliance specific, and there are built-in reports in a multiple sheets. You can see. Just go to the app and say connect, um, and then you're gonna connecting with your Azure authentication or with organization account, and then you can pull out that specific data. So in my case, I'm just giving here my account, in this case Intune account, and it's going to pull up all the required data, and the template which was installed, the compliance overview, on that template this data will be feeded. Now I should be able to actually get that specific information. Let me click it one more time. So it's just loading. If you see here the compliance information, everything is coming with the almost in the below you have the feedback info and all that, almost in the 5 different worksheets you have. You can filter in the voice version. These are the worksheets which I was talking actually, compliance and all policy information, all that is possible, and you can filter as per your requirement. So these are the customized for you already. You can customize further level if you use the if you at all you can use the desktop version. So I would recommend that if you're really interested. I'm not going to cover in detail of the desktop version how to customize because it all depends on your requirement, but I would if you're really interested to learn, I would share some of the YouTube links within this video description. You can check out that for the basic understanding of the Power BI, how to create those reports. So these are the worksheets you have here, and once you have this information, you can simply go to the home and check the configuration. So this is all about the online version. Let's jump into the desktop version. So I'm gonna jump into the desktop version right now. So let me go to the here, and you can see here the sign in. So I'm gonna sign in into that specific account with my Intune specific account. So oops, it's the wrong key entered. Let me take it out and paste it, the actual username. And now if I click on sign in, it's actually going to sign in with the user account details I need to enter here. Let me enter my password, in this case the actual password to be entered. Once it's actually entered, you can go to the data, that's a get data, and go to the more, and if you search for the Intune, as you see here, Intune is available now, and you can pull the data for the 60 days. That's a maximum with Microsoft Intune, and then it's going to ask for the user ID and password to login, so that it's going to connect with that connector which is we installed on the online version. And all that data feeds which are showing, it's a fast forward. I'm just trying to load it everything here. quickly all the checkboxes I'm taking up, and then once I've taken all those checkboxes, these are the data sets actually which will be coming under fields value, and from there I can apply all these fields data. So it's just loading from the Microsoft Intune server to your desktop all the required data, and then you can visualize the data and filter as per your requirement, and that's how you are actually going to create a report in Power BI. So these are all of the fields which are added, and if I want to know, or maybe for application specific, I can simply add like that the checkboxes. So it's going to actually add me filters, all that values, and if I want, this, if I feel that this is a report which I'm looking as per my custom requirements, then I would be customizing that as per my requirement, and then I can save this report and publish it so that it will be available very similar to the other app which was available over the online. That's how you're going to actually work on it, and you have the visualization. You can go for the visualization, but I'm not going to cover this. Thank you for watching this. I hope this is useful for you.